Live from Swain County High School, it's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon as our Lady Devils are home in Swain County softball, getting ready to take on the Eagles of Hiwassee Dam here this afternoon in a very crucial game in the Smoky Mountain Conference standings. Hi, everybody. Gary Ayers along with Joe Holt, Taylor Holt, and Kent Maxey bringing you all the live broadcast here this afternoon. And the reason I say it's a very important game is this. We have 4 teams still in the running for a playoff spot here in the Smoky Mountain Conference as we are playing the last week of the regular season this week. The top 2 teams are pretty much already in and pretty much have number 1 and number 2 seeds automatic locks in. And we're talking about Robbinsville and Murphy. Robbinsville is 10-1. Murphy is 10-1. So both those teams are pretty much into the playoffs with automatic bids. Now the wild card situation is really big today with Hiwassee Dam at 7-3, our Lady Devils at 7-4. I think both teams have a shot at a wild card, and obviously this game, the winner of this game, I think probably will have a wild card situation. Here we go. We'll talk more about that as the game goes on, but right now it's time to get things underway. Live on a Tuesday, 80-degree temperature, blue sky, sunshine, little breeze. Stacy Griggs in the pitcher circle as always for the Lady Devils. And leading off is going to be an outstanding hitting lineup here for Hiwassee Dam. Hiwassee Dam hits the ball really, really well. Their batting average is .437 on the season, and they are led by this lady right here, Desiree Adams. Des Adams is hitting .619. She has 5 doubles on the year. She had a couple of hits, one of those a double and 1 RBI in their meeting with Swain earlier in the season, which was won by Hiwassee Dam. And the first pitch from Stacy is going to be in for a strike. But talking about the first time we met, Hiwassee Dam winning that game 6-3, and the big problem that day for the Lady Devils, errors. We had 5 errors in that 6-3 loss. Here's pitch number 2, and for a ball. In that game, Hiwassee Dam had 6 hits, only 1 error. Our Lady Devils had 4 hits. Unfortunately, 5 errors in that ball game again at Hiwassee Dam. But today, hey, it's a whole new day. It's another big game among the top 4 here in the Smoky Mountain Conference. Stacy's pitch on the way for a strike. 1-2 the count now here on the first batter for Hiwassee Dam. Again, Des Adams leading off. She's going to be followed by Kiara Taylor, and after her is going to be Katie Gibson hitting 1-2-3. Here in the top of the first inning. Big game. The windup and the throw are going to be fouled off for strike 2. As we mentioned, I really believe the winner of this game will more than likely get a wild card berth in the playoffs, which begin on Monday and will be played next week. The loser of this game, I think, has an outside shot at a wild card. So that's the way we're looking at it right now. We're hoping the best, of course, for the Lady Devils. And if you're a Hiwassee Dam fan watching and listening for the Eagles, you're hoping the same thing, and we understand. Here's a 2-2 pitch on the way from Stacy. Pitch in, and it's going to be down to third base, over third base, going to be dropping in for a base hit. And Des Adams leads things off here to get on first base. Just barely over the head over there at third base. Just outside the glove. Those are tough. Here we go now. Des Adams on first base. She is the starting catcher for Hiwassee Dam. Now hitting is going to be Kiara Taylor, the starting shortstop. She shows bunt. And here comes the pitch. Going to be in for a strike. Ball gets through. Runner goes to second. So behind the plate today for the Lady Devils is going to be Amelia Clough, by the way. Amelia behind the plate. the left-hander, catching Stacy Griggs. Runner on second now with no out. Taylor the batter. First pitch was a strike. Here's another pitch gets by. Runner heads on down to third base. And already we're seeing kind of an issue. Throw goes to third and easily scoring from third base. I'm not sure anybody was ready for that throw that came down to third. It was just a tough situation for the Lady Devils. So again, errors already rearing its ugly head here in the first inning. As we mentioned, we had 5 errors against Hiwassee Dam at their place earlier in the year in that 6-3 loss. And already now Hiwassee Dam with a single, an error goes to second, an error goes to third, and basically an error comes home. There's a foul tip. Nobody on now, nobody out. Top of the first inning here with a 1-0 Eagle lead. Taylor at the plate batting. On deck is going to be Katie Gibson. Again, top 3 hitters leading off here in the top of the first inning for the Eagles of Hiwassee Dam. Stacy stepping off the pitching rubber now, steps back on with the bases empty. No runners to worry about. Here's a shot going into right field. Going to be dropping in for a single. Gets by. It's going to be at least a double. And rounding second and heading on in to third base. Here comes the throw. Good throw, but winding up at third is a stand-up triple. Well, sliding is going to be Kiera Taylor. Easily into third base. As again, that single dropped in to right field. So again, it's a tough start defensively for our Lady Devils here. Things are not going the way I know that head coach Toby Burrell and his staff would want them to go here in the first inning in a game that is really a big game. Of course, Toby Burrell, our head coach, over 300 wins in his career and so many conference championships. Pitch in for a strike from Stacy Griggs, who has over 300 strikeouts, by the way. Toby assisted by Ashley McClendon, Caitlin Dills, and Taylor Day. And again, Stacy Griggs, what a career. 329 strikeouts. She passed Kristen Cook for third place all-time on the strikeout list. Here is a high foul going onto the baseball field. So Stacy is only behind Shelby Parker and Sarah Davis. And that's very rare air, if you know what I mean. Shelby Parker in the Hall of Fame, 820 strikeouts. Sarah Davis in our Hall of Fame, 668 strikeouts. Just phenomenal, rare air numbers, if you will. Runner on third now for Hiwassee Dam, no out. Gibson the batter. Big stick, swing and a miss, and that's going to be the first strikeout of the day for Stacy. So Gibson with the strikeout. She is the starting first baseman for Hiwassee Dam. Now hitting is going to be Peyton McNabb, the starting left fielder, wearing number 15. On deck is going to be Peyton Palmer. We got back-to-back Peytons, literally Peyton McNabb and Peyton Palmer. Pitch in, strike. One thing about Stacy, she has been putting the ball in the strike zone for the most part here in the top of the first inning. Want to give a shout out to one Sharon Burrell. I know she normally is listening in. We hope she's doing okay, and we hope her mom is doing okay. And give a shout out to them. Wind up and the throws, swing and a miss. I tell you, Stacy has some speed. So far, the hitters are a little bit behind what Stacy is throwing. Already one strikeout. And I'm not the official scorekeeper, but I'm not sure the only run on the board for Hiwassee Dam is earned. I would say unearned. It was a base hit, but then some defensive issues allowed that run to score. 1-0, top of the first inning here. Of course, we're going for 7. Of course, if you're a Lady Devil fan, you'd like to win this one in 5 innings, but the quality of these two teams, I would be really surprised if that happened either way. 2 of the top 4 teams in the league pitch low, just missing for a ball. Our Lady Devils trying to bounce back from a tough loss yesterday, 11-1 at Murphy. In a 6-inning contest, our Lady Devils just didn't hit the ball. 3 hits on the day. And obviously, I'm sure Coach Toby Burrell would say, we've got to hit better today. That is a given. There's a foul ball out of play behind the plate. Beautiful day for softball. Our Maroon Devil baseball team is going to be getting underway real soon. I think a game might have been scheduled for today, but was called off. Baseball started this week and will run through June 11. The playoffs for baseball will start June 15. By the way, softball bracketing is coming up this Saturday. And as we mentioned, softball playoffs will start on Monday. I think a lot of teams probably will try to play Tuesday and Friday, depending on weather and travel and all that. But they can actually start playing on Monday. Pitch in low. Clough comes up with it. Gets it back to Stacy. Runner on third. 1 down. Peyton McNabb, the starting left fielder, hanging in there, taking her cuts. We're hearing a lot of chatter from the Hiwassee Dam dugout. Foul ball again. Both these teams right there almost with identical winning percentage. Hiwassee Dam with a slight edge. Hiwassee Dam at 7-3, winning percentage of .700. Our Lady Devils 7-4, winning percentage of .636. Just that close. That's why I'm hoping both these teams get a shot at a wild card playoff spot. Maybe. I need to probably ask head coach Toby Burrell. There's a shot into right field, and it's going to be, it hits the glove and dropped. Throw coming into home is going to be too deep. And the runner is at second base, the hitter rather. McNabb is going to wind up at second. So a tough break. So again, McNabb on second base now. And it's a 2-0 Hiwassee Dam edge. Some white clouds up there in the sky, but of course, anybody in right field, second base, first base, defensively, will be looking into the sun, and that ball was really, really, really high. And it can get lost in the sun to the best of defensive players. Wind up and the throw. There's a bunt. Runner coming. Throw to first. Going to be in time. Now the runner now stays. So that's going to be out number 2, and the runner stays at third. I'm a little bit surprised the runner didn't take off, but she did not. So 2 down now. Good play by Stacy Griggs, jumping right out there and getting that play down to first base. So now, runner at third, 2 out for the Eagles. Can the Lady Devils get out 3? There's a swing and a foul ball off the bat of Riley Hall. We've seen Peyton McNabb and now Peyton Palmer. And now it's going to be Riley Hall batting for Hiwassee Dam. Again, runner on third, possible scoring opportunity with 2 out. Hall on the season hitting .471. She had 2 hits, one of those a double. As a matter of fact, Riley Hall, when we played, is hitting .300. Taylor Hall on down the order for Hiwassee Dam. But Riley Hall has 1 home run this year, very capable. Pitch in for a ball, missing just low. 2 out, runner on third. 2-0 Hiwassee Dam lead here in the top of the first inning. And a big showdown here in the Smoky Mountain Conference standings. The top 2 are pretty much already the top 2. Talking about Robbinsville and Murphy with identical records of 10-1. Swing and a miss. As we mentioned, Stacy is bringing some heat today. Of course, pitching yesterday over at Murphy, and we have our final game of the regular season this Friday with Andrews, and that's going to be senior day. We hope you'll come out and honor our seniors for the Lady Devils. And we have 4 seniors. Pitch in, that's going to be strike 3. So Hiwassee Dam leads a runner stranded, but they get 2 in the top of the first inning. And we go to the bottom. Can the Lady Devils answer? We'll be back and find out here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Amelia Clough will lead off, our sophomore catcher for the Lady Devils, and really doing a good job getting on base 429. Good on base percentage, hitting 200 on the season. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Amelia Clough, Stacy Griggs, Maddie Spates. Hitting 1, 2, 3. There's a ground ball to second base, handled and thrown over to first base for an easy out number 1 as Hiwassee Dam second baseman Palmer makes an easy play over there. So a ground out to second base by Amelia. 1 down now. Stacy Griggs having a great season at the plate as well. Hitting .414 with 8 RBIs. And she is just a great athlete. We're really going to miss Stacy Griggs. Not only in the pitching circle, but at the plate with that big bat. There's a pop-up, though, that's going to be an easy catch down at third base. So quickly, 2 out. And Maddie Spates hitting now, as Maddie is having a good year. The sophomore hitting .371 and a .405 on base percentage. Bases empty, 2 out. We're in the bottom of the first with Hiwassee Dam up 2-0. Pitch high. And pitching, by the way, talking about Hiwassee Dam, is going to be Lauren Brooks. Lauren Brooks pitching for the Eagles. As Maddie steps out of the batter's box, Brooks ready to go. The wind-up off-speed pitch for a strike. Hiwassee Dam, again, a tough team. There's the swing and a miss again, off-speed pitch. Lauren Brooks getting the call today. She only pitched 1 inning against us last time and gave up 3 hits and 3 earned runs and 2 walks. So she only pitched 1 inning, and then Katie Gibson came on and pitched 5 innings, giving up only 1 hit and striking out 9. There's a shot into deep left field. This one is back. It's off the fence in the air. Coming around first, right into second with a stand-up double is Maddie Spates. A huge shot. That one hit the fence in the air. I think another 3 feet. That would have been over the fence at the 196 mark out there and straight away left field. That was just a shot off the bat of Maddie Spates. What a good hit. Now our Lady Devils with a runner at second base. And batting cleanup today is going to be Braden Taylor. And our Lady Devils trying to answer back. Braden hitting .233 with a team high 5 stolen bases this year for the junior shortstop. Swing and a miss. Those off-speed pitches. You know, we haven't seen a whole lot of those this year, or that we've broadcast anyway here at Swain High. But Riley Hall is bringing some off-speed stuff. I'm sorry, Lauren Brooks. My bad. Lauren Brooks is bringing the off-speed stuff. And we just haven't seen a whole lot of that, I don't think, this year. That one low, but kind of floats in low for a ball. One thing about it, though, Maddie Spates didn't have any trouble connecting as she ripped one off the left field fence, off those Smoky Mountain Conference Championship banners in left field. Ball 4, and Braden Taylor is on with a walk now. First walk of the ball game. Savannah Smith coming up to hit now for the Lady Devils, our right fielder. Savannah, good season for the junior at the plate, hitting .346 with a team high 10 RBIs on the year. And boy, a good hit now could potentially drive in 1 or 2 more. There's, and again, swing and a miss, those off-speed pitches from Lauren Brooks. I think they have us a little bit handcuffed right now. And sometimes it takes that first at bat to kind of get an idea of what you're hitting against. And maybe next time up, you'll have an idea how to hit that. But she is not throwing heat at all. Not to say that this doesn't work, because it very well can. The windup and the throw. Pitch high for the ball. Throw down to first. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Our Lady Devils runners at second and first. Stacy Griggs down at second. Down at first, Braden Taylor jumping off first base again. So runners at first and second with 2 out. Savannah Smith, big stick at the plate here. With 2 out, 2 on. Bottom of the first, 2-0. Eagles. Wind up and the throw high. So now the pitches are starting to miss high, and that's going to load the bases. Now the Lady Devils with a big 2-out rally potential. 2 consecutive walks by Lauren Brooks now in the circle for Hiwassee Dam. Hitting now is going to be Hannah Epperson. Hannah hitting .300 with 5 runs scored. One of our 4 seniors. Pitch in for a ball. So again, the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And you've heard of the 2-out rally. Well, this is a golden opportunity for the Lady Devils. There's a high fly into shallow left field. It's going to be caught, unfortunately, for the Lady Devils, and that leaves the bases loaded. 3 left on base on the high fly into short left field. 1 inning gone. It's Hiwassee Dam 2, Swain 0. We'll be back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. We go to the top of the second as the Eagles lead 2-0 over our Lady Devils here at Swain County High School as we wind up the regular season this week today with Hiwassee Dam. Friday, we have Senior Day coming up with the Andrews Wildcats. That will wind up the regular season from what I can understand. I know there's I think a game with Murphy kind of hanging out there, but I'm not sure that's going to be a game that will be made up. There's a pitch in for a strike from Stacy Griggs. Stacy with 2 strikeouts already today. And again, I think she had 328 coming in, hitting that 330 mark. And again, just an outstanding career here at Swain County High School for Stacy Griggs. The windup and the throw. Another pitch in for a strike. Stacy getting it done. Talking about Hiwassee Dam, their losses this year have come to Robbinsville 12-8, to Murphy 12-11 in a close one. They have Murphy again on Friday. And they also lost to Robbinsville 10-5. So they've lost 2 to Robbinsville, 1 to Murphy. And again, that Murphy game was a 1-run game. And they're going to be playing at Murphy later this week to wind up their regular season. As a matter of fact, I think they play on Thursday. Most of the teams are winding up their season on Thursday. Our Lady Devils are playing right here on Friday, unless the threat of rain could potentially move that game up to Thursday. I don't know. Pitch in, strike 3. Stacy guns down the batter. Outstanding pitching, and that's going to take down Allison Stiles, and will bring up, now let's see, that's going to take down Brooks, I believe, and we'll bring up, now it's going to bring up Taylor Hall. Nope, I was right the first time. Taylor's going to be on deck because she has an unusual softball number in number 99. I'm not sure I've ever seen a softball player wear number 99. But there's an attempted bunt. It's going to be up in the air. It's going to be caught. Clough comes out and does a good job from behind the plate. So good job. 2 outs now. And we get it done here on the top of the second so far. And now it's going to be Taylor Hall, the starting center fielder for Hiwassee Dam. And again, she wears number 99. I think there's an old Toto song from back in the 80s, 99. That's showing my age, but hey, that's okay. Toto had some really good rock and roll songs. Of course, their huge hit was Africa, that I think there's been a redo the last several months. Another group redid that song. Toto's, the original, is much better, but hey. That's another story for another day. 2 out, nobody on. Top of the second inning. I know Joe Holt and Kent Maxian, they can remember those songs. There's a bunt that's going to be fouled on the first base side. They'll come back and do it again. Toto, an unusual group. They were all studio musicians that just got together and formed a band, and where they were highly successful, obviously. But again, back to softball. The windup and the throw. There's a ground ball to the pitcher and on over to first base. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Stacy Griggs getting it on down to first base with no trouble at all as the Lady Devils bounce back after a tough first inning defensively with a perfect top of the second defensively. We'll be back with the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 Hiwassee Dam here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the second. Ground ball to third base. Is it going to be enough? Oh, just thrown out down at first base. Good hustle down there for the Lady Devils as Ashley Stevenson grounds out to third base to get us underway here in the bottom of the second inning. So our Lady Devils really had an interesting first inning. We loaded the bases with 2 out, but we just couldn't score, but we had opportunities. Here we go in the bottom of the second, 1 down. And Candace Crisp is going to be your batter for the Lady Devils here this afternoon. 1 down. Again, we're in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss on that off-speed pitch. Candace Crisp, one of our sophomores, has a couple of doubles on the season, hitting .286. So she has some power with the bat, and that's going to be a strike 3 on Candace. So the first strikeout of the day for Hiwassee Dam's pitcher, Lauren Brooks. And batting now is going to be Hannah Schuler. On deck is going to be Amelia Clough as we'll go back to the top of the lineup here. Foul ball out of play. Hannah Schuler on the season also has a couple of doubles. The sophomore hitting .267. Here comes the pitch again. Off-speed stuff we're seeing this afternoon. Pitch in for a strike. Interesting call there. Was that Kip Maxey who made that call? He's very capable out in straightaway center field. So anyway, there's a foul tip for no play. Coach Eric Stevenson is alive and well, showing his colors here today at Lady Devil Softball. We appreciate Coach Stevenson and all he does for Swain Athletics. There's a shot into left center field that's going to drop in, and it's going to be kind of mishandled. And coming into second base with a stand-up double is going to be Hannah Schuler. So again, our Lady Devils start a 2-out rally. Last inning, we had 2 outs, just bang, bang. Then Maddie Spates had a double. We had 2 walks. We loaded the bases. Here we go again. Hannah Schuler with a stand-up double into left center. And now Amelia Clough is at the plate for the Lady Devils. There's a foul ball. We appreciate all our coaches here at Swain High. Talking about Coach Eric Stevenson. Of course, our Lady Devil coaches always doing a good job. Coach Toby Burrell and over 300 wins. Ashley McClendon, Caitlin Dills. Ground ball gets by first base. This runner could score. Here comes the throw from right field. Going to be not enough. We have 1 run in. Runner going into second base. Going to be safe at second. Good hustle down there by Amelia Clough. So, Amelia with a big RBI. And it's a 2-1 ball game. Again, our Lady Devils getting it done here with 2 outs. Stacy Griggs hitting now. Popped up to third base her first time. But again, Stacy having a great year at the plate with the bat. With Amelia down at second. Her battery mate here this afternoon. Pitch high. The floater goes for a ball. And for you non-baseball folks, they're going to put her on. So it's going to be an intentional walk. So Stacy is on. Not a bad idea with the way Stacy can hit. So now, 2 out runners at first and second. The battery mate, of course, is the catcher for the pitcher. And now we're going to be having Kirsten Smith, the pinch runner, coming in for Stacy. There's a swing and a miss. Hitting now is going to be Maddie Spates. Maddie got on with a big double last time. Maddie having a good year at the plate as well. But again, Maddie started that 2-out rally last inning. Pitch floating high for a ball. From what we've seen so far, again, Lauren Brooks throws a lot of off-speed stuff. And if she misses, normally she misses high. This one, as I just say that, of course, as luck would have it, misses low. Pick-off throw to first is not going to be in time. Getting back is going to be Kirsten Smith. Don't forget now, Friday is going to be Senior Day. Our seniors, Keely Eagleman, Ashley Stevenson, Hannah Epperson, Stacy Griggs, all going to be honored. There's a foul ball. And some players who I sometimes fail to mention, though, out for the season with injury. Kinsley Chambers, a junior, Annalise Cook, a junior, and Haley Woodard, a sophomore, have been out for the season with injury. We definitely want to mention them. There's a shot into left field. Is it going to drop in? No, it's going to be caught. And again, our Lady Devils leave runners on. The two-out rally coming up just a little bit short as we go to the third inning. But it's a 2-1 ball game. Stay with us on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, here we go. Top of the third inning. It's been a good one so far. Both teams showing scoring opportunities, but so far it's a low-scoring 2-1 ball game. As Stacy Griggs warming up, getting ready for this third inning. Both teams have had multiple scoring opportunities here. Hiwassee Dam is going to be led off here in the third by their leadoff batter, talking about Desiree Adams, and what a bat she has, hitting .619. In the first game against our Lady Devils, she had 2 hits, one of those a double and 1 RBI. So far today, she led off with a base hit. So she is 1 for 1 in 2 trips. Taylor on deck had the big triple that scored her in that first inning to give Hiwassee Dam this 2-1 lead. Our Lady Devils have left 5 runners on base. Here's a shot into short center field coming on. Good play. Good play in center field out there. And that's doing a good job out there in center field is Hannah Schuler. Hannah Schuler out there today in the place of Kay Johnson. Good catch out there by Hannah. One down. Kiera Taylor, starting third baseman again, ripped a triple in her first time at bat. There's a foul ball. One down, nobody on. On deck is going to be Katie Gibson behind Kiera Taylor. Kiera, another outstanding player, several on this field today. Kiera hitting .409 on the season, the sophomore shortstop for Hiwassee Dam. As we mentioned, as a team, Hiwassee Dam hits the ball really, really well as a team. They're hitting .437. Stacy with the windup and the throw. There's another pitch that's going to be fouled off, out of play over on the baseball field side of things. On deck is going to be Katie Gibson. as Stacy Griggs is still throwing some heat. Again, we're seeing two different styles this afternoon. The off-speed stuff from Hiwassee Dam and the heat from Stacy Griggs for Swain. There's a ground ball to shortstop, on to first. Oh, in time, says the umpire. That was close, and he called it out, number 2. Good play over there by Braden Taylor at shortstop. 2 down as again Katie Gibson hitting. Katie struck out her first time up. On the day, Stacy has struck out 3 Eagles. Several fans out here on an 80-degree Tuesday afternoon. It is really warm. There's a nice breeze floating around. There's a foul ball out of play again. Hiwassee Dam brought several fans over with them. And our Lady Devils have a lot of fans up on the left field road, if you will, over near the greenhouse and the Cherokee County school bus. So a lot of fans showing up today. The season almost over, the regular season anyway. We're playing today, and we wind up the season on Friday, pitching the dirt for a ball. Nobody on, so no damage there. Senior day on Friday. Both these teams hoping for a wild card playoff berth. Playoffs begin next week. The brackets will be announced this Saturday. Murphy and Robbinsville already in. Hiwassee Dam and Swain on the outside looking in. There's a foul tip, no play. I have to say, and I'm no expert on bracketology, as some folks really like to follow that, but just from what I can read, the winner of this game between Hiwassee Dam and our Lady Devils will have an inside track on a wild card playoff spot. The loser of this game, I think, still has an outside chance, albeit a slim chance, of getting a wild card spot. There's a check swing for a ball. Some of the Swain fans disagree. The home plate umpire appeals to first base. He said, nope. Check swing did not come around over the plate, so it goes down as a ball. Nobody on. And 2 out. We've had a fly to center field and a grounder to shortstop. And again, Gibson struck out her first time. There's a pitch high and outside for a ball. Again, Amelia Clough behind the plate here this afternoon. Hanging in there, doing a good job. Stacy looking in. Here comes the windup and the throw. Ground ball to third. Couldn't get a glove on it, so we're going to have Hiwassee Dam with a runner at first base now as Gibson is on. That's going to bring up Peyton McNabb, the first of 2 Peytons on this roster, and they, interestingly enough, hit back-to-back, Peyton McNabb and Peyton Palmer. Runner on, 2 out. We're in the top of the third. Hiwassee Dam with a 2-1 lead over the Lady Devils of Swain County High School. You can hear the wind in the microphone, a nice breeze blowing, and it feels really good on this 80-degree day, whereas we've had a couple of games, it was really cold. There's a high pop-up, going to be out of play, just against the fence, so no play over there on the first base side. So a lot of softball coming up. Of the top 4 teams, Robbinsville, they have a game with Rosman left. Murphy will play Hiwassee Dam. And our Lady Devils will play Andrews Friday. Those are the games left for the top 4 teams. The only teams with a playoff possibility. The other teams in the conference, I'm sorry, but no need to go into that. But they do not have a shot at the playoffs. Only the 4 that I mentioned, Robbinsville, Murphy, Hiwassee Dam, and Swain, with any playoff potential right now on this last week of the regular season. Playoffs, the berths are going to be brought up on Saturday. There's another foul ball out of play. And the playoffs will start Monday. By the way, baseball season is now underway in high school play. Our Maroon Devils looking to play their first game here in a few days. We wish Coach Schuler and his guys all the best. They've been practicing, and play began this week. And will end, I believe, on June 11. Playoffs for baseball will start on June 15. So basically about 6-7 weeks away. Wind up and the throw. Going to be in for a ball. Peyton McNabb hitting. Peyton last time up got a big double. Again, Hiwassee Dam, a solid hitting team. On deck is going to be Peyton Palmer. Stacy taking her time between the pitches. Pitch low for a ball. Again, 1 on, 2 out, 2-1 game. Everything is big. Full count now on the hitter, Peyton McNabb. We hear a motorcycle rumbling off in the distance, going out on the road to nowhere. Foul ball. Good day to be out riding a motorcycle or a bicycle, or just a good day to be outside. Unfortunately, a lot of people are probably mowing grass today. So we've seen a lot of grass mowing going on this week. Full count, 2 out, 1 on. Stacy getting the pitch, checks her sign, and here comes the windup and the pitch. There's a ground ball to shortstop, on over to second base in time, and the force play leaves one stranded here. So the Eagles of Hiwassee Dam, it stays 2-1. We go to the bottom of the third. The Eagles on top. Stay with us on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's a 2-1. great game, and Hiwassee Dam has gone to the bullpen already. Coming on to pitch now is going to be number 34. We're talking about Katie Gibson. And we had trouble with Katie Gibson when we played Hiwassee Dam last time. And I think our hitter might have got hit by a pitch, and we're talking about Braden Taylor. Might have got one on the elbow. She's kind of rubbing her elbow a little bit. I think she might have got nicked a little bit, so we have a runner on. Braden is on here. The tying run on first base. And Savannah Smith is going to be your batter. More about the pitcher in just a moment, but there's a high ground ball that's going to be in play. First base has it, steps on the bag for one. And hustling on down to second base is going to be Braden. So Savannah Smith, a high hopper to first base. One down. Hannah Epperson hitting now, fly to left field her last time up. But talking about the pitcher, again, Katie Gibson really had our number when we played Hiwassee Dam last time. She pitched 5 innings, gave up only 1 hit, struck out 9 batters, and walked 2 in that ball game in 5 innings. And so again, we had trouble hitting her in that game. Will the same be true today? We're going to find out. There's a ground ball down to first base. It's going to be an out over to first. Stepping on the bag, of course, over there at first base now is going to be a new first baseman, and that's going to be Allison Stiles for Hiwassee Dam as Hannah Epperson grounds out. So we've had 2 grounder to first base, and now the runner advances on down to third. That's going to be Braden Taylor, the tying run. And hitting now is going to be Ashley Stevenson, who grounded to third her first time up today. So again, our Lady Devils with a chance to tie this one up here on the bottom of the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. One thing about the pitching of Katie Gibson, she is a strong physical pitcher. She, I think, just from her size, is intimidating. She's one of those pitchers from just a physical standpoint, I think, that can intimidate hitters because, I mean, this young lady's probably maybe 6'1". There's a pop-up that's going to be out of play on the third base side off the bat of Ashley Stevenson. So we'll see what the pitching change can do for Hiwassee Dam. We saw kind of a similar situation over at their place earlier in the season. Pitch in, missing for a ball. Of course, in that game, Hiwassee Dam winning that one by a score of 6-3, as we had a really tough day over there with 5 errors on the afternoon. Pitch in the dirt. It's going to be a ball. That's going to be ball 4. So now the Lady Devils with runners on the corners. Ashley on with a walk. First walk issued by Gibson. Batting now is going to be Candace Crisp. Runners on the corners, and I have a feeling our runner at first is going to take off at the first opportunity with second base open and a runner on third. And a base hit right now would tie this game up. Candace, ground ball foul. First base side. On deck is going to be Hannah Schuler. But again, our Lady Devils have had golden opportunities. We have left 5 runners on base in 2 innings, 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Now we have 2 aboard here in the third. Can we get them in? Swing and a miss for a strike, and that is going to leave 2 more stranded here in this 3rd inning. So fans, it is a tight one. This one going 7, I have a feeling. We've played 3. It's Hiwassee Dam 2, Swain 1. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, we're back. We go to the top of the fourth inning. It's hard to believe, but wow, what a game it's been. We've seen a lot of action. We just haven't seen a whole lot of scoring, if you will. As Hiwassee Dam will hit here in the top of the fourth inning. Leading off is going to be Peyton Palmer. Grounded to the pitcher, her first time up, as Stacy Griggs does a good job out there in the circle. She's quick, she's athletic, she can make plays. 2-1, Hiwassee Dam in the lead in case you're just tuning in on a Tuesday. I know a lot of people are outside enjoying this weather. Man, not too many 80-degree days in April. There's a shot that could be trouble. It's going to drop into right field for a base hit. Handled well out there in right field by Savannah Smith, but again, just drops in. Nothing you can do on that one. As McNabb starts the inning off with a single. So here we go, top of the fourth inning. 2-1 ball game. It has been, again, this score could be a lot different, but we've seen a lot of scoring opportunities here. Hitting now is going to be Riley Hall. And sliding on down to second base. Good throw, pretty good looking tag, but the official on the spot says safe for Peyton Palmer. Again, Riley Hall batting now. Riley struck out last time up for Hiwassee Dam. Runner on second. No out. There's a bunt right back to the pitcher. Oh, tough break for the Lady Devils. It hit the glove and popped out. Stacy Griggs had a handle on it just for a split second, then it popped out. And so the runner is on at first and third now. And batting now is going to be Allison Stiles, who also struck out her last time up. So now again, we see Hall down at first base, and we know she's going to run. She is quick, as we saw her beat that play out at first base. There's a foul ball, no play. So runners on the corners. And no out now for Hiwassee Dam. Stiles, Brooks, and Hall now to hit for the Eagles in the top of the fourth inning. Two-one game. Looking for the runner at first base to take off at any second here. On the throw, the swing and a miss. No throw down to second base. As again, Hall is now in scoring position at second. Allison Stiles, your batter. Following her is going to be Lauren Brooks and Taylor Hall. We have two interesting names today. One is a Taylor, one is a Taylor. There's a high pop-up that's going to be caught by Clough behind the plate. Good catch back there behind the plate by Amelia Clough. That one went high, but she hung with it and got it right up against the fence. But again, talking about Taylor for Hiwassee Dam, and Taylor running one of our cameras here this afternoon on the broadcast. And Kent Maxey over on the other camera on straightaway center field. One camera down the right field line, if you will. So one down. Batting now is going to be Lauren Brooks. Runners at second and third. There's a ground ball to first. It's going to be a tag out, but the throw to home is not going to be in time, so the run will score. There is an out, but the runner from second goes on down to third, but a run is in for Hiwassee Dam now on that ground ball. Not much we could do with that by Ashley Stevenson down at first base. Batting now is 99. And again, Taylor Hall at the plate. Runner at third. Hall last time grounded to the pitcher. Pitch high for a ball. Two out, pitch in low. Starting to, well, just kind of dancing over at third base. The Hiwassee Dam runner over there. That is a Riley Hall. Stacy back on the pitching rubber now with a 3-1 ball game. The windup and the throw. Pitch in for a ball. Oh, it's going to be a strike right across the knees. On deck is going to be top of the lineup, and Desiree Adams for the Eagles of Hiwassee Dam. As we mentioned, they are 7-3. Swain 7-4. Battling it out for a potential wild card spot. I'd love to see both teams go. There's a swing and a miss. I think that is a remote possibility, but hey, I'm just pulling for the Smoky Mountain Conference. We know Robbinsville and Murphy are already in. Two automatic bids from the Smoky Mountain Conference. From what I can understand, I've been told by somebody else we have 3. I'm not sure about that, but I know we have 2. Pitch in for a ball. 2 out. Runner on third. 3-1 ball game. Last time we met at Hiwassee Dam, the Eagles won 6-3. Stacy checking her signal and getting ready for the pitch. Don't forget Senior Day coming up this Friday here with Andrews. There's a ground ball to third, on over to first. Not in time. The run scores. So now it's a 4-1 ball game. Coach Toby Burrell wanting to maybe appeal as the home plate umpire comes out to talk to the umpire at first and second base. And they're gonna stay with the call of safe at first base for Taylor Hall. That'll bring up Desiree Adams now with a runner on first. Adams, the biggest bat on the lineup, hitting .619. Last time against our Lady Devils, she had a double, couple of hits, 1 RBI, and she has 5 doubles on the season. One of the 2 seniors on this Hiwassee Dam team, Desiree Adams and Katie Gibson. 2 outstanding players on the Hiwassee Dam lineup, seniors. Throw down to second and in safely. As the ball got through on the throw on down to second base is going to be Hall. Now at second base with 2 out and a 4-1 Hiwassee Dam lead. They have struck for 2 here in the 4th inning.
So if someone goes to steal second, just go so we can see the play. Go with the runner on that case.
Adams in the batter's box. Pitch in. Ball got through just briefly, and now sliding into third. Again, it's going to be Taylor Hall. Runner at third, 2 out. In a close ball game, 4-1 Hiwassee Dam. It was 2-1 before this inning. Our Lady Devils, again, every inning have had scoring opportunities. So far on the day, we have left 7 on base. And that's tough. That's I know it's frustrating for the players and coaches alike. There's a shot into deep center field. This one is off the fence in the air. That will score the runner from third easily. And into second with a stand-up double is Adams. So now a 5-1 Hiwassee Dam lead. That ball was well hit. Again, another 2 or 3 feet. That would have been over the fence in straightaway center field, which is actually, and it's unusual, but actually center field is 3 feet closer than right field and left field. Pitch in for a ball. Hitting now is going to be Kiara Taylor for Hiwassee Dam with a runner at second. So 196 to left field, 196 to right field, 193 the distance to straightaway center field out there at the gates. 2 outs, 5-1 Hiwassee Dam. Stacy, the windup. There's a shot into left field. That's going to score the runner from second. And winding up with a stand-up double is going to be Taylor. Batting now is going to be Gibson. So it's a 6-1 Hiwassee Dam lead as they have really struck for 4 runs here in the 4th inning. Been a tough inning so far for the Lady Devils. Batting now is going to be Gibson, who came on to pitch last inning. Gibson in 2 times has struck out and got on with an error, and 2 times at the plate. And Gibson on the season hitting .609, 3 home runs. This young lady can really hit. Pitch in for a strike. Anytime you're over that 600 mark, that is outstanding. And again, 3 home runs, but she's as we mentioned when she came on to pitch, a strong young lady. One of the 2 seniors on this Hiwassee Dam team this year. There's a ground ball to second base. Good play, and the out as Hiwassee Dam leaves one stranded. Good play down there by Maddie Spates. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, but Hiwassee Dam a big inning with 4 runs across the plate, and it's a 6-1 lead. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans were halfway gone as the Lady Devils are trying to answer back against Hiwassee Dam. There's a ground ball to first base, and that's going to be an easy out number 1 here to start off the bottom of the 4th inning. Off the bat of, looks like that's Hannah Schuler leading us off here in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Hannah had a big double last time up for the Lady Devils. Grounder out to first base, 1 down. Batting now is going to be Amelia Clough, who's been behind the plate today. Foul ball. Amelia in 2 times has grounded to second base, but had a big single with, as a matter of fact, she has our only RBI on the afternoon in the 6-1 game. Bottom of the 4th. Ground ball, foul again down the first base side. Hustling over there is the right fielder, Lauren Brooks for Hiwassee Dam. They're wearing their blue jerseys, white pants. Our Lady Devils in solid gray with some maroon and white trim. The windup and the throw. Pitch in for a strike 3. So 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning. Batting now is going to be Stacy Griggs, who popped up to third base and walked in 2 times. As we mentioned, Stacy has really been hitting the ball well this season, though, for the Lady Devils on the year. Hitting .414, leading the team in batting average, 8 RBIs. But there's going to be a catch out there for out number 3 as Brooks comes on to pull that one in, and it's a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 4th for the Lady Devils. So for the first time today, no runners on and nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 5th, 6-1 Hiwassee Dam. We'll be back. We go to the top of the 5th inning here at Swain County High School. Our Lady Devils against the Eagles of Hiwassee Dam. 6-1. Eagles on top right now. Stacy Griggs on the pitching rubber. First pitch in for a ball as Peyton McNabb will lead it off, followed by Peyton Palmer and Riley Hall for Hiwassee Dam. Last time up, McNabb grounded into a forced play, and first time up, she had a big double, though. So 1 for 2 on the afternoon. The number 4, 5, and 6 batters for Hiwassee Dam here in the top of the 5th inning. This game going 7. Field is in really good shape. Pitch high for a ball. Kudos to Coach Burrell and his staff for doing a good job on the field. The infield in good shape. They did some work on the outfield, and the grass is really just right now, for the most part, really coming in and looking good. Stacy Griggs, our ace all season, pitch in for a strike. 328 strikeouts in her career coming into this game, behind only Shelby Parker and Sarah Davis, who had numbers that are just out of this world. That's right. A good point by Joe Holt. Last year we didn't play, so that you take 1/4 of those numbers away, and that really hurts with COVID wiping out the year last year, and this year we don't have any non-conference games. So this year is a COVID-shortened season, playing only conference games. Ball in the hole between shortstop and third for a base hit to start things off for McNabb and Hiwassee Dam. So 2 for 3 on the day for McNabb. Palmer coming up. Peyton Palmer grounded to the pitcher and got a single in 2 trips to the plate today. But a very good point, as we mentioned, coming into this game today. Stacy had 329 strikeouts. on the afternoon. I know she has at least 3, maybe 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. There's a grounder. Oh, can't make the play at first base. Runner at second is going to advance to third. Throw to third, not in time. And so now Hiwassee Dam with runners at second and third just couldn't complete the play at first base on the grounder. And now coming up is going to be Riley Hall, who has struck out and reached on an error. As we mentioned, errors were our nemesis when we played over at Hiwassee Dam. We had 5 errors on the day, and that's it's really tough to win a ball game unless you're just killing the ball with the bat. If you have 5 errors, there's a ball out of play for a foul ball. Off the bat of Riley Hall. Allison Stiles on deck, and so far, no out. Runners at second and third. But again, talking about the career of Stacy Griggs, 329 strikeouts in basically 2 complete seasons, 1 lost season, and 1 COVID-shortened conference season. That ball is going to be lost by the catcher. Kind of bounced off the umpire's mask, and the run scores for Hiwassee Dam. And the runner at second heads on down to third. It's been a tough day for our Lady Devils defensively. But talking about the numbers, if you missed what we mentioned earlier, I mean, Shelby Parker, 820 strikeouts. Sarah Davis, 668 strikeouts. But I think Stacy would have been, I think, probably in the 500 range. I'm just guessing well over 500 if we had played a full season last year and this year. Now we have just a brief timeout. Looks like Coach Day wants to come out and talk things over with Stacy, sometimes just to have a little chat and say, hey, look, hey, calm down. Don't get rattled. Don't get upset. I know it's a 7-1 game, but just keep throwing strikes. And I know that's so easy for us to say as onlookers and fans, but sometimes just got to. There's a bunt foul down the third base side. Sometimes you just got to take a couple of deep breaths and go on to the next play. I've known a couple of very successful coaches. That was kind of their philosophy. They called it TNP, the next play. You can't change what happened on the last play. You go to the next play. And that's so true in a lot of sports. You have to put the last play behind you, the last inning behind you, the last game behind you. Swing and a miss for a strikeout. So going down swinging is Riley Hall, her second strikeout of the day, and that is 4 strikeouts for Stacy Griggs today. Allison Stiles batting now for Hiwassee Dam. Runner at third. Ball gets through. Another run scores. Going to be a little too late recovering. And Hiwassee Dam again adding to their lead now with 2 runs here in the 5th. That makes it an 8-1 lead. And it's been another tough day defensively for our Lady Devils. Just not being critical, but just being as honest as I can be. Defensively, it's been a tough afternoon. The windup and the throw. Ground ball in the hole between shortstop and third for a base hit off the bat of Allison Stiles. Her first hit of the day. She had struck out and popped to the catcher 2 times before that. Coming up now is going to be Lauren Brooks, who started the game as pitcher, and 2 times she has popped to the catcher and grounded out to first base. Now she has Allison Stiles on first base. Ground ball back to Stacy Griggs on over to first base. And, we can't make the play again at first base. It is, again, we have just had so many tough plays defensively, not getting outs where we needed to get outs, and that's one of those plays. So Brooks is on with another Lady Devil error, and batting now is going to be Taylor Hall, who is grounded to the pitcher and grounded to third base, but she got one RBI on the afternoon. On deck is going to be top of the lineup and Desiree Adams. Runners at first and second. As the sun drops lower in the sky over. There's a bunt off the bat. Throw down to first base. We still can't get it out at first base. Throw goes into right field. One run is in. And our defense has just been killing us here this afternoon. As now Hall is on with another Lady Devil error, and I believe that's going to bring Adams up to the plate now. And I think we still only have one out. And a base hit would give them a 10-run advantage here in the fifth inning. 9-1. And this is the toughest batter on their team at the plate. Pitch in for a strike. Nope, missing for a ball. I thought Stacy had that one in, but again, Adams on the season for Hiwassee Dam hitting .619. On deck is going to be Taylor. Again, runners at second and third. A big out. Pitch high for a ball. And on deck, Taylor is no piece of cake out. Hitting .409. As we mentioned, as a team coming in, Hiwassee Dam hitting over .400. And on with ball four is going to be Adams. So now the bases are loaded, and that's going to bring up Taylor. Taylor has a big triple, grounded to the shortstop, and a double on the day. So two big hits already off the bat of Kiara Taylor. A double with an RBI, a big triple, and a grounder to shortstop. A big bat at the plate with the bases loaded for Hiwassee Dam. Pitch in for a strike from Stacy Griggs. Top of the fifth inning. Again, already 3 runs in for the Eagles here as they had a 6-1 lead coming into this inning. And now they have upped that to 9-1. Check swing, going to be ball. Didn't come around enough for a strike. That sun getting lower and even more in the eyes of center field, right field, second base, and first base defensively. There's a foul ball. But I like what Coach Toby Burrell told me when I mentioned that to him. He said, hey, our girls practice in this sun. They're used to it. And a very valid point indeed. Stacy getting the pitch. Now with one out, again, bases loaded, tough out at the plate. And there's a pitch in for a ball. Again, Taylor, big day at the plate with a double and a triple. And her other plate appearance was a grounder to shortstop. Here comes Stacy with the pitch, the windup. There's a ground ball. The shortstop has it, goes to home plate, can't make the catch. Throw coming in on the one hop, and the run is in for Hiwassee Dam. And the bases are still loaded now as Taylor gets on a fielder's choice. Hitting now is going to be Katie Gibson on the season for Hiwassee Dam. Wow. It doesn't get any easier. Katie Gibson hitting .609. Katie has 5 doubles and 3 home runs on the season. She had a home run against us in that first game and 3 RBIs. So in this, I tell you, in this top 3 or 4 for Hiwassee Dam, there is no easy hitter. Pitch in for a ball, bases loaded. Again, Gibson, a physically intimidating athlete. Good pitcher, great hitter. Pitch in for a strike. I think Gibson wanted that one, but just couldn't pull the trigger as Stacy blew that one right in there. 10-1 Hiwassee Dam, bases loaded, 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th inning here on the Maroon Devils Network as Gibson steps back in. On the day, a strikeout, got on with an error, and grounded to second base. Not her best day at the plate today. Pitch in, right across the knees for a strike. 2 strikes now on Katie Gibson. Peyton McNabb is going to be on deck. But if Stacy can somehow wrangle an out here against Gibson, that would be a big out off the number 3 hitter for Hiwassee Dam. Here comes the pitch. There's a ground ball right back at Stacy. Going to be getting through, though, right up the middle, past second base. 2 runs are in. The throw to the plate is not going to make contact as there's a collision at the plate. And 2 runs are in for Hiwassee Dam. And still 1 down. Now with McNabb hitting. So now the danger is a 12-1 lead. Hiwassee Dam hitting here in the 5th. And our Lady Devils now must score in the bottom of the 5th inning to keep this game alive. I know it's been a tough week. 11-1 loss at Murphy on Monday. Pitch in for a strike. Gibson at first base. May or may not go to second here with 1 out. Runner at third. Here's Stacy's windup. There's a foul ball. So it has been a big inning for Hiwassee Dam. 6 runs in. They had a 6-1 lead. Now that's turned into a 12-1 lead. Don't forget, though, our Lady Devils hosting Andrews scheduled for this Friday. Wouldn't totally surprise me if the game is moved up to Thursday with a chance of rain on Friday. I know how all that sometimes it's hard to get going. There's a shot at second base, on over to first, double play. So our Lady Devils back. Double play at second base over there by Maddie Spates. And boy, did we ever need that. It's a 12-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Our Lady Devils literally are backs against the wall, needing to score to keep this one alive. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, here we go. There's a foul ball off the first pitch. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning, our Lady Devils again have got to score 2, I believe, if my math is correct, to keep us alive in this contest as Hiwassee Dam really cranked it up with 6 runs in the fifth inning. Leading us off is going to be Maddie Spates. Had a big double her first time up, fly to left field 2 times, and her last time. So she has hit the ball well in 2 trips. Braden Taylor on deck, followed by Savannah Smith. And they're hitting against Katie Gibson, the ace, if you will, of the Hiwassee Dam pitching staff. All the players trying to. Oh, there's a strike 3. Called third strike. I don't think Maddie liked that call as she looked back at the umpire, and unfortunately that never works. Braden Taylor is going to be hitting now with 1 down. Braden has walked and been hit by a pitch on base twice today. Pitch in for a strike. Gibson, a different pitcher totally than what we saw from starter Lauren Brooks, who was an off-speed finesse pitcher, if you will. There's a bunt down to third base, on over to first base in time for out number 2. So now the Lady Devils are 1 out away from having our second tough game here this week as Savannah Smith is hitting now. Two down, ground ball to second base. Oh, she bobbles on to first, and it's going to be in time, they say, and that ball game is over. And it's going to wind up with a 12-1 Hiwassee Dam win here this afternoon. And what that does is this: Hiwassee Dam moves to 8-3. Our Lady Devils now fall to 7-5 in the Smoky Mountain Conference. And again, it's a tough afternoon here as our Lady Devils had a tough day defensively, leaving a lot of runners on base. I know in the first 3 innings we left 7 runners on base. And that combined with a tough day out on the field against a good Hiwassee Dam team. Got to give Hiwassee Dam credit. They got it done when they needed to. Fans, stay tuned. We'll come back and talk with head coach Toby Burrell when we return here on the Maroon Devils Network. Hi, everybody. Welcome back on this Tuesday afternoon. Our Lady Devils with Hiwassee Dam here this afternoon as we get a chance to talk with head coach Toby Burrell. I know, Coach, not a fun afternoon. I know we had a tough day yesterday, came back with a tough day today against a very good Hiwassee Dam team. I know two keys that we talked about throughout the game. I know the first 3 innings we left, I think, 7 people on base, and we just had a tough day defensively here this afternoon.
Well, we didn't execute very well, and that's for sure. And we left people on, but we've been doing that all year. I moved some things around today in hopes that we could avoid a little bit of that, and we still did it. But you know that all that's on me. It's ultimately my responsibility to have them ready to play. And for 2 days now, they've looked like they've not been ready to play and made mistakes that other teams didn't make in making plays. And we got to clean that up somehow, some way. And that's on me.
Yeah, I know, Coach. Probably had a couple of players playing out of position today. And that's always tough when you don't have your regular starters out there. So I know that didn't make it any easier at all.
Well, no, everybody who was out there had played where they were at one point or another. Hannah had been in center field for us before, and Candace has been our third baseman for the last 4 games. And that's just the way it is. But you know the hard part about that for me to keep in mind and for everybody else to keep in mind sometimes is those girls are sophomores.
Yeah.
And we're still extremely young when you look around out there, and those kind of mistakes come up from time to time. But again, that's just got to be a better job on my part of getting our team ready, and we'll go to work tomorrow and see if we can't correct some of this stuff and clean it up and keep our fingers crossed and go out against Andrews and try to get a win for these seniors, and hopefully that'll be enough to get us into the playoffs maybe.
Yeah, and Coach, we talked about that too. I know Hiwassee Dam and our Lady Devils still with a chance at a wild card. I know Murphy and Robbinsville are pretty much a lock to go into the playoffs, and that's going to be revealed on Saturday. But talking about those seniors, we have 4 seniors on this team, 3 seniors, I'm sorry. And but I know we need to honor them on Senior Day coming up later this week.
Yeah, we'll get 2 days of practice under our belt and try to come out and put together a complete performance and send them out the right way. You know, Hannah and Stacy and Ashley have been a lot this year. They've meant a lot to our program. They've done a great job in terms of trying to help our youngsters out. You know, we've got 10 sophomores, and that's not always easy to have that, and they've done a good job with that, and it's not easy on their part. They expect them to be, you know, same stage of development in softball that they are, and they're not there yet. They're going to get there, but they're not there yet. And you know, too, it's hard, but we were backed into a little bit of a corner playing back-to-back days in 80-degree weather. That's partially on us, and you know, we went with the same catcher, same pitcher, but we didn't have a lot of choices there, and it was tough on both Amelia and Stacy. Both they were very overheated by the time it's said and done, and the extra long inning, of course, didn't help any not being able to get out of it. But we'll go to work tomorrow and see if we can fix some things and have a better product Friday night and be able to send our seniors off in style.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Toby Burrell joining us here on the postgame show on the Maroon Devils Network. Be sure and tune in. We'll be right back here again Friday afternoon. Senior Day coming up. Join us then. So long from Swain County High School.